3, 2, 1.
Alright. I really need to, well, not me, but they really need to fix
Fix Streamlabs?
fucking OBS, yes.
Well, there was an update for it today. It made me download it.
It made you?
Yeah. I accidentally clicked it and it popped up and said,
Well, then
update.
that's-
I was kind of hoping my pants didn't show.
Well, they, I mean, they really don't.
These are,
No, I was thinking
those are my things. I get the squeaky chair.
Oh, wait, we are live, huh?
Yes, we are live.
Ding, ding, ding.
But I don't want my
being
squeaky
annoying.
chair.
You want to switch it? No,
Is
it's
it really?
Oh no, I want to right here at the end. I prefer the end.
Whatever.
Like on the man.
Once we sort out our seating arrangements, we will get to our introductions.
Yep. Yep.
Sorted.
Just in case you guys didn't hear, I'm the man of the table.
Shit!
If he was here more than once every few weeks for an episode, maybe.
Yeah, I was calling
Or
it
actually
out.
kept up with the
Shots has been fired.
shows.
So these guys haven't watched a single game movie since they brought it up.
No, we haven't. We
So-
we openly admit to that.
Yeah. Coming from the one who hasn't even watched so much as one episode of Dragon Ball in the last 2 weeks when he said he was going
That's
to.
because I thought that's what you were
But
talking about.
he's watching the American Horror Story.
I haven't
though.
started season 9.
Well, to be fair though, American Horror Story is actually really good.
It is.
I only was able to get into the first season. The first season was really.
That's not even the best season.
Murder House.
What was
the
your
Murder
favorite?
House.
So far.
Asylum.
Asylum?
Yeah, the
Really?
Second, yeah, the second season. And that's the one I started out with. And then I watched Murder House, and then I watched that, and so
Mine's better. I'm getting ahead.
Better
That's
quit
what
while
you
you
do
go.
there.
That's because I'm open-minded.
So look, our podcast is called The Three Question Marks again.
Oh, yes. And then Bash said that he doesn't like beef jerky, so.
don't like dried meat.
Yes?
Excuse me?
I tried. There's no excuse for you. What's up, guys? Welcome to Discount Gaming.
Well,
It's
the
like
most
saying
full of
that
meat.
Iranians don't like goats.
You had to go there.
Here's an easy target.
Just saying.
Which
Like
kind
your
is
open-
that?
Pepper steak.
There you go, baby.
That's a big baby.
You were pouting.
It was top patty. One piece.
Yes.
There you go.
So apparently we're all having meat in our mouth right now.
That's what we do.
More than usual.
Huh?
More than usual. Sorry, I'm on the podcast, so I have to make the gay jokes.
Yeah. Fair enough.
By the way, have you been uploading the audio version onto?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I haven't listened to them.
Yeah, everything is still getting uploaded. There's a lot more editing that I have to do now, but again, welcome. I'm Iron Business 01. You can hit me up on YouTube, on Twitter, on Facebook, on Discord.
Mr. Blue. No Dammy on Twitter and Insta.
Birthday boy.
Hey, this is his birthday.
So if anybody is listening, wish him happy birthday, please. Mortimer Smith. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter with that name.
I'm Macaulay. You can find me on Instagram, YouTube, Twitter. Also, we have a new Instagram for Discount Gaming. If you want to join, it's Discount Gaming 1. So.
The first discount game.
I'm K Bash. You can find me on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and also we have a Discord, and the link is usually in the description of all of our videos.
I don't know. I just do the uploading and the editing.
I go in and put them in there.
Okay.
There is a reason you made me a manager to it.
Yeah. I do
Because
all the
if not,
heavy,
that's where it would end.
yeah.
It would just, that's
I
it.
I do all the heavy lifting. He's like
Click.
tweak.
A
Yeah.
little to the left.
Right.
No, I have a document that has all of our social medias, and I just
Yeah, it does actually.
I highlight it, hit copy, and then paste it into the description for every video.
Yeah. Like I said,
Yeah. Yeah.
Twitch.
It works.
How's everybody doing this week?
Oh man.
Pretty
It's
good.
going, yeah.
Any news? Anything new?
The coronavirus.
Coronavirus ain't new.
It's getting crazy out there.
It's getting pretty bad, yeah.
Yeah, all of San Antonio sold out of masks. The covering
And then
masks.
they're like charging 4 times the amount they usually charge for masks.
Mm-hmm.
And hospitals are banning people from taking them when they come in.
Yep.
Because people were just grabbing handfuls and running back out the door.
They say you're not even supposed to be wearing the mask if.
Yeah. If you don't have it, you're not supposed to wear the mask.
Right.
If you have it, then they suggested that you wear the
Yeah.
mask.
And
They
just
sent the
wash your
whole-
hands, people.
They sent the whole email to like everybody at UTEP.
Yeah.
Yeah, just warning people. They're even bringing back people from abroad, like they're studying abroad.
Damn the bitches.
I put it on the Discord. Sorry. I don't see Benny in here yet. What? Did you put it on Discord? I didn't see it on Discord.
Can
Maybe
I
you should
have a
look.
piece?
Oh, wrong way.
What was that?
I never said I did. So maybe you should look.
I'm gonna pass
Nah.
that down.
Oh, peace, pass.
But no, we did the playthrough for the Final Fantasy demo last night.
I still haven't watched it.
It's actually a lot better than I thought it was going to be.
Did you get one?
Like
Well,
you guys
like-
uploaded a video?
So yeah, we're gonna do,
There's crumbs if someone wants to.
I guess, a series, if you want to call it that.
I call it packet.
Silicon?
Packet pieces.
And when did we come up with the name for this little series?
I should probably
Couch
leave
play.
that in there.
And that was actually his name.
Which is, it's funny because all night long you guys were just in the room together and all I could hear was, oh, fuck, oh, you passed it, oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Either they're playing a really intense game or
It was
I'm
getting
going to
really
bed.
intense.
Or they're playing a really intense game.
Well, there's no time for lubricant.
why is Bash dressed up as a horse?
Is John wearing a dress?
We will never know.
Just another Tuesday night, man.
Monday nights.
Monday
Because it's your
night.
birthday.
I'm just gonna stop that there because it's just gonna just snowball. But yeah, I downloaded the demo yesterday. It dropped yesterday, and I've been watching footage on it and keeping up with the whole Final Fantasy VII remake. So we decided to actually sit down and play through the demo and record the whole thing.
That was on PlayStation,
Doesn't
right?
sound
Yeah.
as loud as we usually do.
Yeah, I think I saw that you thanked
Really?
PlayStation for releasing
Dropping
that demo,
it,
right?
Yeah. I thanked Sony and Square Enix because I mean it's phenomenal.
Yeah.
22 years, almost 23 years
Yeah.
since the original was released,
And they gave us a demo that lets you
Yeah.
play through the first chapter,
and
basically.
it's amazing. Like seeing the game, well, playing the original game, it was amazing then, and then playing it now, like it's not like the other remakes where they just kind of polish up the graphics and then just reproduce it or redistribute it. Like it is a full-blown remake from the ground up. New graphics, new combat system, just everything.
And what's the demo like? Like, is it like a full story or?
So the game basically is broken up into like chapters. So it's like the first mission is your first chapter, and then it progresses on from there. And the demo is you get to play that first chapter.
Oh, okay.
You go through the stage, you go through the puzzles, you do the boss fight, and then you do everything that it requires you to get out of the building before it explodes. and then that's where the demo ends.
Yep.
And you're saying it's a remaster?
No, it's a
complete
remake.
remake.
Echo.
Do we? That's odd.
I didn't notice the echo. My phone's volume's all the way down.
But,
It could be.
Did you have your speaker?
No, I've got mine turned all the way down.
But maybe like it being like, I don't know.
Oh wait,
It is a really weird echo.
Right?
Yeah.
using the top of Ozzy's skull as a, or bottom of his face.
I think I know why, but I need to make sure. Okay. So we're not breaking. We're not taking intermission.
So many of us are going to move.
Yes.
So talk amongst yourselves.
Make sure it echoes.
Sure.
Make sure it echoes.
We're saying cool words that sound cool with echo.
Well, they've got a new game coming out. As half the staff leaves the
Right.
room. They're like, oh, just a moment. And they leave.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be why. Right there.
What is it doing?
So for some reason there was.
It keeps switching the audio. Oh, now you have no mic audio.
No, I do, but it's just like the mic, just the Yeti. For some reason there was like a second input on it. That's odd. Oh God.
So we're back.
All right.
Not that we really went anywhere, but
Yeah.
we're back.
So, but no, if you guys haven't played it yet, or even if you have, feel free to watch the video. Compare how you did on it versus how we did, because we really did do that well. Well, we did well up until the boss fight. That's true. We used a fuck ton of potions though.
Cloud went down, but he didn't die. He got Phoenix revived.
I think that constitutes as dying. We didn't have an account death. But yeah, feel free to check that out. See what you think about it. Like I said, I gave shout outs to Sony and Square Enix for dropping the demo. A lot of us have been waiting a very, very long time for this game to come out. And it keeps getting pushed back or postponed or I guess kind of put away, and it's finally being released. We finally have a live demo. I think the demo was like an hour
and a half. Well,
because the video is an hour and 15 minutes, so about an hour, give or take.
yeah. Give or take a bit.
Is
But-
that better?
Yes.
Okay.
But they also came up with the news for BG3.
Mm-hmm.
For those of you who don't know, it's Baldur's Gate 3.
Baldur's Gate.
Yeah, it's like a digital D&D.
So it's like the third gate that held Jesus in
Smart ass.
Kind of. It just held boulders.
At the end, it's rumored at the end of
Jesus,
this. It's rumored that at the end of this month they're going to go ahead and release the it's not really a demo because it transfers into the original game, but it's gonna be like a first chunk of the game comes out and it's gonna be free for you to access to play.
When?
Supposedly at the end of the month. That's the rumor so far.
On console and PC? Or?
On console and PC.
Nice.
However, there is no confirmed release date for the actual game. They said there's a lot of tweaks they're still working out. A couple bugs that you saw if you watched the live play, where you just randomly die by walking.
Who was the developers of that?
That is...
That I actually don't know. I know it's Wizards of the Coast because they own D&D.
Ooh.
But I don't know who's doing like the video game side of it.
They're also the co-owners of
Diddy.
Waverly Place, right?
Really?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
Wizards of Waverly Place.
Pretty much, yeah.
It was just a really.
It's Larian
I was waiting. I was like,
All I heard was
someone
Waverly
under
Place.
the age of how old are you?
I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say it.
It's
Because-
called
Well, aren't I older
it's
than
called
you?
Larian Studios.
Larian Studios.
Yeah, they created. Damn, what did they create? There was another game they created that was really popular. Divinity: Original Sin.
Oh, okay.
They're the ones that created the first and second one of that. And then they did Beyond Divinity. They did a lot of RPG style tabletop games.
Okay.
So
Okay.
they pitched an idea to Wizards of the Coast, and originally they were told no because they wanted to start making it after the first Divinity. And then after Divinity 2 came out, Wizards of the Coast went, yeah, we want you. Divinity 2 is just fantastic. Play
Nice.
do this
And
game.
we're lagging hard.
Hmm?
We're lagging hard.
Are we? Well, I mean,
I
we
really
haven't
tell.
we haven't dropped any frames, so it's
I'm barely bringing up the developers.
Well, I mean,
Well, that's not too bad.
Oh, so it's far
the
behind.
audio might be a little off. It's like, is it like lagging? You know what I mean? Like where I move and like my arms right here, but then like over here in like a second.
no, we're lagging by
Probably about 20 seconds.
give or take.
Oh,
That's alright.
Yeah, but I mean, as long as it's recording everything, then
But like last time I was watching you guys, I did notice my phone was faster than my PlayStation. So it could also be like
yeah, Benny. I
What
got
you
the
using?
link on
Wait, what's up?
that you sent on Discord. I'm
like
gonna check it
my
out.
phone was a little faster than when I was watching it on the PlayStation.
oh, okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like I was hearing you guys, and then like I had the PlayStation on, and then I heard you guys again. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for some reason the phones, I don't know what it is. They either sometimes they're right up with us or
Yeah.
they're behind 30 seconds, and there is no in between there.
Yeah.
So I've
Oh.
noticed that.
I don't know, but like I said, as long as it's recording everything, then
And Benny
Yeah, and
can,
there's no like choppiness or anything.
Yeah.
Like that.
yeah, that's why we started using this software.
It's pretty spicy.
that's
Okay.
the new Destiny 2 trailer that came out.
Yeah, I haven't had the chance to watch it yet.
Well, he sent us the link in Discord, so we'll be able to
Nice.
check that out.
Nice.
What else was a good game we saw that was coming out?
There's a lot of them. There's a lot of really good games getting ready to drop.
Yeah.
What's around that time of year?
Yeah, just about. Because
Like I
spring
said-
break's getting ready to come up, so developers are going to start dropping.
Right before summer and stuff.
Yeah.
What? Yeah, spring break.
Yup.
What are y'all's plans?
Stay home.
Work as much as I can.
Sleep all day. Literally.
That's all you seem to be able to do right
Shut
now.
I'm gonna be working that week too. Usually spring break I will have off, but since I'm a work study, I don't know how the schedule works. I don't know if I'm full time or if I'm part time still.
That's a
that
good
week.
point.
Yeah, but I'm still working.
But during spring break, I always like to pick up as many hours as I can, especially delivering pizza because that is just like the
That is
time.
Yeah.
the week.
That is the
because-
week.
First immortality.
Dumb.
That
It's
is
not
the
right before
bitches.
silent.
I thought I had. Apparently I did not.
Vegeta says you
Oh,
did not.
no, my notifications aren't.
Vegeta said, nope, you're not on silent.
Right. Let me see. Benny was asking about the. I swear to God, I thought you were peeing. I was like, what
The
in
water
the
bottle.
fuck?
To her, that would be easier than climbing over the table, apparently. Or
No.
under the table.
If you can get your water to break on the show, then have like our views would go up.
We are actually talking about that. She went into labor. Okay, well, there's that window. Here you go.
We make her crawl under the table and shit.
Well, there's that window. So she's 8 weeks pregnant. We found out today that she's how far along she is. So
Hasn't played.
I'm due October 20th.
Wasn't Vinny the
Keep
one
it
that
in till the 31st.
coined the phrase discount baby?
Yes, discount baby.
discount.
That's
baby.
what Vinny was like. He like after I posted it on Facebook. That's the first thing he put. He put in all capital letters. He put discount gaming, baby? Question marks, exclamation points. I was like,
That's a hashtag.
We can only hope that she goes into labor on one of the shows. We're just like, nope. We're just saying, all right, guys.
well, seeing as
we're gonna switch to mobile devices. We're on our way to the hospital.
seeing as the
I'll just make
20th,
Hold on, we'll be right back.
Right, I'll just make sure that the hand camera is fucking fully charged.
You start getting messages from older couples looking to adopt.
look, no,
That would
but
be
the funny
on a
fucked
part,
up. That would be on a discount.
the
Jesus
funny
Christ.
part is the 20th is on a Thursday. So
I think I was born on a Thursday.
I was born on a Sunday.
I was born on Saturday. Why do we all know what day we were born on?
I was born on a
Job
Wednesday.
applications.
Yep.
I was born on a Wednesday.
I was born on a Wednesday too.
What do job
I-
applications have to do with
So
'Cause you have to
actually,
put
the
your date of
20th is on
it? Oh, yeah,
Tuesday.
they
And
did.
now-
Word.
Well, now like they make you pull up a calendar.
So depending on
and,
how
like, scroll
accurate
through
they are, if
everything.
we record
Oh,
on the
okay.
15th
So
of October, which is a Thursday, you could go into labor on the 15th in the middle. You won't believe what happened during this live stream. More clickbait.
More clickbait.
And just put the thumbnail as like water breaking all over the floor.
right, God.
Yep, more clickbait. We like clickbait.
They thought they were recording a podcast. Then this happened.
Right.
And there's a few people that watch this that follow. Of course,
Let me get out real quick.
we have a handful of projects going on, but there is a few
Yeah.
people on here that follow my Pokemon,
Oh, that was
my Pokemon one, my Nuzlocke that I was doing. Well, you see, the game data got corrupted out of nowhere, so I have to restart everything. So I'm recording an entire week's worth tonight.
What were you playing on?
The Nintendo 3DS.
And
Oh, we
somehow
still
that
need
got
to do that
corrupted.
too.
Well, it saves the files on the computer, so you can randomize them.
Okay. Like
And then
so
you
so while you're playing, does it like is
It
it
saves.
connected to the
Yeah.
like through
It's a
like
capture
cloud?
card.
Oh,
Yeah, and then after you're done, it saves everything to the computer, and then you do your video and everything like that. But the game data is also saved on the computer because you have to use the computer to randomize it.
And
It corrupted.
what was corrupted though? Like
The save data.
okay.
So I lost all my save data.
Oh, tiny spaces.
So
And it's sad because most of the foods
Oh.
and stuff that I absolutely love to enjoy to eat, I can't eat. And I'm so depressed about it. Just like earlier, I've come to find out that I cannot eat pizza now.
she can't even
And
stand
that's why
this.
you-
I
been
can't.
talking about
yeah, I
the
can't
chicken
stand
wings.
the smell of pizza.
Oh, she cannot.
Why not?
Is it just pepperoni pizza or
No,
all
it's
types?
just the smell of pizza in general.
Anthony, what type of system do you have, and what games are you into? We could probably recommend a decent game for you.
Wait, what happened?
We got asked a question by someone we don't know.
Ooh.
Did Razor
It's
say he was
been-
going to be on or not?
84.
Did you? I tagged you on something
Yeah, I
about that
saw
the
it.
other day, right?
Yeah, I forgot what it was, but I wanted to bring it up.
I don't remember. I think it was on Insta. Or it might have been on.
But good news,
Twitter.
I haven't had all the morning sickness or anything.
Yeah.
Shut up.
So you can guess who has?
He hasn't.
No?
Yeah.
It's
No,
not that
I
I
get
get
the
say that you
I get the
were.
nauseous. I get nausea when I wake up, but it's not the actual
PS4
morning
open
sickness.
any suggestions.
PS4.
So PS4 open any suggestions. There's Dauntless. That's a pretty good game.
Wait. Like, are we doing free to play or just in general?
I think he's just saying in general, but I would just stick with our free to play scenario that we like to do.
On a discount.
Yeah, what genres do you like?
That's
Yeah.
our biggest thing.
Because if you're doing free to play, Path of Exile is fantastic. It's always being updated with new content. Dauntless, same thing. More Monster Hunter based, whereas Path of Exile is kind of Diablo 3-ish. You have what is it? Dreadnought, which is again free to play, but you pilot different classes of warships in PvP. All three of those you do not need PlayStation Plus for. If you're doing games that you actually have to go out and purchase, I mean, you've got God of War, just hands down. You have the new Resident Evil. There's, if you're looking for Diablo style games, you've got Diablo 3. What is it? Eternal something. It's the newest one that just came out. That one comes with all the DLC, including the Necromancer. If you like RPGs, there's always the Final Fantasy games. If you're looking for something kind of in between, you've got games like Final Fantasy Dissidia NT, which is a third-person fighting game with the Final Fantasy characters, both heroes and villains. All-out fighting games, you've got Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle, you have Street Fighter V, you have King of Fighters. I mean, there's a game for any genre, whether it's paid or free, that we can recommend. I mean,
What about really good VR games?
VR, I really haven't done a lot of. That's actually all him.
Well, let's just pause real quick. So you got to play the VR this past week,
Yes.
and we were able to upload it and like watch what you were doing.
Yeah.
So what did you enjoy about the VR? Like compared to like how you usually play.
I mean, for me, VR is one of those things, like, it's just another way to play. Games like Skyrim VR. I love Skyrim. I've easily wasted thousands of hours in that game. But what messes me up in that game is being able to turn in the game with a controller and then still looking around.
Yeah.
That fucks with me really, really bad. Games that are made specifically for the VR, like Raw Data. That one is fantastic because everything is body controlled.
Well, it still kind of turns with the controllers.
Yeah, but
that's
again,
just so you minimize the amount of moving that you do in the room.
Yeah, but again, like, it's all right here.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's not the controller that that you can
Yeah,
operate
yeah.
like a regular game and being able to
Kind of
turn.
like a hand type of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Benny asked if it went through. If what went through.
Let me see.
But yeah, the VR has a lot of demos that you can try. I mean, the demos are just because the VR is still kind of
Yes,
new, right?
yes, it did. Thank you so much
I think you actually got a letter too.
for kicking Bash in the nuts. Yes,
So now we get to actually go do the whole donation thing.
yes.
I hear the Cash App has been fucking up though.
We actually haven't had any problems with
No, like with people being like robbed, like
Really?
like, it getting hacked and people stealing money.
He corrected you. He said nut.
it. That's why, like on mine, I do double security for everything that I
Yeah,
use.
and I think what they were doing is they were like grabbing whatever was in their bank
Mm-hmm.
and taking it out through the Cash
Through
App.
Cash App, yeah.
But I only saw a couple of posts on that. So I'm
Don't
not-
tell me
yeah.
they've been messing up.
No, I've been-
that's what Benny said. He's been trying to get us this since that incident.
No.
with PayPal.
The incident.
This is something that I
With
saw
PayPal.
today. And it was just like one of those quick ads saying that the Cash App was fucking up, but then like right after that, I saw someone saying that yeah, the Cash App was fucking up.
You know what else has been fucking up? If you own like home security cameras,
Oh yeah, the
people's been
ring.
hacking your home security and they will talk to you through your home cameras.
Or like your baby monitors or
Yeah.
some bullshit like that.
Damn.
I seen it on Facebook last night actually.
She's
This
seen
woman,
it.
this woman over in Dallas. No, someone had hacked her house cameras from the inside, and one was in her daughter's room.
And they're saying they're Santa Claus.
Yeah, and a guy was
That's so
telling
fucked
him,
up.
and a guy was telling this little girl that he's her best friend and that he's Santa Claus, and then it scared the crap out of the little girl, and she started screaming, and then like it's just
Anthony.
terrible.
Yeah, Dauntless is one of my favorite free to plays that they have on PS4.
The other thing to remember, Anthony, is these games do have
I hate these cookies.
microtransactions. That's how a lot of them survive.
Like how Fortnite survived.
Yeah, and thrived at
Yeah.
that. When it comes to the free to play market, there are games out there that are just shit, just complete shit. I want to say it's called Cryptark. I might be wrong on that.
Cryptark was a terrible game.
It was a terrible game, but the reason that it was terrible was because originally, and still, it's a phone game that they just transferred to be played on the PlayStation.
No, that makes sense.
And there's a couple of games that are like that. The biggest thing that you want to look at, like my personal rule for playing a free-to-play game, is I'll download it, let it update, install, whatever. If there's not something in the game that catches my attention within the first hour, maybe half hour, usually it's a miss.
That was
And-
our thing with EverQuest when we did the
Yeah.
trial with EverQuest.
Yeah.
We played it for an hour, nothing really stood out from any other RPG, and we're just like, nah.
Yeah, and it happens. It happens. There's one game on the PlayStation Market, and it's labeled under free. What is it? It's Space something, like Space Pirate or something like that. That's the only one that I've come across so far where, yes, it is free to download and free to play, but it requires you to have PlayStation Plus. So I don't think that one should fall under that category. But all the other ones that I've played so far, and I've gone through quite a few of them.
Raise your hand, Brian.
No, wait. I'll wait till you're done. Mine's
all-
not that.
He's like, me next. I'm next in line.
All the other ones that I've played so far are just that. Like, they are completely free to play. You don't need Plus for it. It doesn't ask for, like, payment information, nothing like that.
A good way that the way that I handle like free to play games is that if I turn off my internet, will it still play?
See, that's another good one. But the trick to that is a lot of the free-to-play games, since they do have the microtransactions, will actually stop working.
Yeah.
That's
That's what I'm saying. Like that's my rule. Like when it comes to a game that I want to play and I don't want to get any ads or anything like that, I'll put it on like airplane mode or like take off the internet.
Well, see,
for
like
a second just to
for
see if it still runs.
for like the phones, that's perfect.
Yeah.
PlayStation, it's a little bit harder, because they do need that opportunity. Like in Dauntless, the cash market is actually a part of the game itself. Like there's like
Just with like advertising and shit.
well, no, not there. There's not any advertising, but like when you're running through the I guess the village or the town or whatever it is, like they actually have a market booth set up in the game with like what they carry, and then it's once you go up and actually interact with it, then it brings up the pay menu.
Or when they like provide something that you want but can't afford
Yeah,
and shit like that. So like they'll make you kind of like want to like pay for credits.
Yeah.
Or some bullshit.
yeah, but I mean, there's a lot of stuff out there that is good quality content, and it's free. It really is. One of the things that I am going to start doing, again, like that, this is how the show was originally, I guess, founded, was finding like good free-to-play games. Even now, we strongly believe that not everybody has 60, 70, 80 bucks to go out and drop on the latest and greatest game.
Especially if you don't know how it's gonna turn out.
See, that's the other thing, is you don't want to go out and then it's fucking terrible, and you don't want to wait until it drops in price. So what I am going to start doing is I am going to start downloading all of these free-to-play games, and I will be going in and explaining the game, doing about an hour to an hour and a half episodes on each individual game. And then if somebody wants to learn more about the system or how to do something, then I can help them learn that. But I do feel really strongly about helping people find free, good quality content out there, because it's there. Whether it's on PlayStation 4, Xbox, PC, handhelds, it's out there. It's a little bit trickier when it comes to Xbox, because no matter what you're doing, it requires Xbox Gold.
But they've been doing that since the first Xbox.
No, since the 360.
That's for what? In-game purchases?
No, it's the ability to play online.
Oh, okay.
But they've taken it so far past the point that you even have to have Xbox Gold to watch Netflix or Hulu.
Oh, wow.
So you have to pay for...
That seems a bit greedy, yeah?
Yeah, because at that point you have to pay for a monthly subscription to that.
Like paying for
And-
internet twice.
Pretty much. And then you have to pay for the subscription for Gold.
Hey, you pay that monthly?
You can do
Monthly
it
or
monthly or
yearly.
yearly.
Which one lags more though?
What do you mean?
The question. Like, so if I were to be playing the same game, and I were to be playing it online, which one lags more?
Assuming that everything's in order, you're already in game. The lag isn't there because lag is based off of your internet connection,
Yeah.
not in game.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like, you're basically paying for like another type of internet.
Yeah.
So like, will me paying that?
No.
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 No, because all you're doing is paying for, I guess, the privilege to access that free content. It's the same with Fortnite. You can't play Fortnite on the Xbox without having Xbox Live.
Which is how they got away with playing it. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, I had Xbox One for the longest time,
So yeah.
but one of my biggest things was the whole I had to have gold in order to do something.
To do anything.
And I'm like, okay, well, here's my gold subscription running out in a month. I have a PS4 just collecting dust. I wonder if I could still use this without Plus, because I haven't had Plus on it. And I turned it on, and I was able to play all my normal games. Just wasn't able to go online with them.
And see that.
And then I found out about the free-to-play games.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, Onigiri was the first one I downloaded.
Yeah. So they're saying that you're paying for the ability to connect
Yeah.
to servers.
Yeah. So like I said, that's one thing that I do want to start doing is making those half-hour to hour videos, going through every single free-to-play game that's on the PlayStation 4. If there is a specific console that you're looking for free-to-play content, let me know. Send me a direct message on any outlet that you feel most comfortable with, and I can make recommendations all fucking day on pretty much any platform out there.
Truth.
Not so much anything Nintendo based because they make it a lot harder. And their free to play library is next to none, to be honest with you.
It's only like the apps and shit like that, right?
The apps and then like demos.
Yeah.
But eventually that's leading you to, hey, if you like this, pay for it. So
What's a pretty good deal?
Yeah, I mean that's what I imagine
Mhm.
for business.
Yeah, the 10 a month isn't that bad, even with gold. And the 60 for the year saves you a crap ton of money with it. And Sony does the same crap.
yeah.
And then,
Yeah.
because spring break's coming up, Sony's getting ready to do their whole 1 year's $40 thing.
Yeah.
They do it every year at spring break. They do the 1 year PlayStation Plus is 40.
Yeah, see, and for me, buying the Plus membership through Sony versus Xbox, for me at least, is a no-brainer. Because every month you're getting 2 titles, and like once
For which one?
for PlayStation.
So you think PlayStation is better than Xbox?
I do, because I mean just in general, and it's not a bias thing. I love both consoles, but with PlayStation, for me, it feels like a much more complete package, because you're buying a year's membership, where for the next 12 months, you're getting 2 free games
Every month.
plus. If you have Plus membership, you get discounts year round.
On most games.
Yeah, on everything from games to DLC
I
to
think that's the one thing
expansions.
I miss about Xbox Live, like having that free game.
Yeah.
Month, yeah.
Yeah, Sony does too. Like this month for March,
It's Shadow of the Colossus.
and Sonic Heroes.
Yeah.
I don't think I fully took advantage of my PlayStation Live.
And
Not that many people know about it.
yeah,
Yeah.
and last month they had the
I have
entire.
podcast about this.
What was
Yeah.
it? Last month they had the entire Nathan Drake collection
Yeah.
and Sims 4.
Yeah. So real quick, Anthony, what are your thoughts on developers releasing incomplete games just to later release DLC content that should have been included with the original release?
Well, we've actually talked about this.
We've talked about this a lot. I'm not a fan of it. I'm really not. Thankfully, we're getting over that gap. But
if you're gonna make it free, make it free. If you're not gonna make it free,
yeah,
be
well,
clear.
well, not even that. You know, it's that has gone on for the last 3, 4, maybe even 5 years, because you know the example that I always go to is Street Fighter V. Street Fighter V, when it was released, only had player versus player mode and training, and then online. That was it. And it took them a year to release the single player story mode, and then all the other modes.
After you had already bought it. Right?
Yeah. Now the story mode, they made it free. You know, like the core things they made free. But there are way too many games out there where like they'll just release it just to get it out there. And then, you know, you sit down and you go out and you pay $65 for this game, you sit down and you play it, and it's just shit as soon as it starts up on your TV.
Which game was it that did that? You had to download like 4 times.
That was the newest Call of Duty, Modern Warfare.
Right.
We bought it day one.
And there was no co-op mode. There was no.
Yeah, we bought it day one, and before we could even start playing anything, it required 3 updates that were at least an hour apiece. And then once those were done, we went to play co-op. That was another 3 downloads.
Did you have to pay for any updates?
No, but it was one of those things like
additions.
like from the moment I opened the game and put it in my console, even offline, because we didn't have internet at the time. Like, I couldn't do anything. I couldn't even get into the game without having these updates. And it's like, well, then why release it? Like, why isn't this stuff already
That takes up a good
ready to go?
chunk too.
Yeah.
Well, see, and Vinny brings up a good point, though. Games like Destiny that constantly evolve and add worlds to it, I don't think fall under that DLC thing.
I don't. Games like Destiny, those kind of get a free pass for that.
Because they kind of prepared for it, right?
Well, yes and no. Yes, because like they already have everything in the works, but a lot of developers do. It's just not done when the game drops.
I imagine them like having the memory to be able to store that.
Yeah, but
Concept?
the reason that Destiny gets a pass for that is Destiny is technically considered an MMO, because you jump on and you're playing with hundreds of thousands of people, so it makes sense to constantly add content. So for them, it's almost expected for them not to release everything day one.
Yeah.
As far as the expansions go, for me it's kind of a hit or miss thing, because for Destiny I want to say I understand it, because while it is pricey in my opinion, you get a lot of content for that. But for other games like World of Warcraft, you're paying $65 for the initial game, and then every time an expansion comes out, you're paying another $65, and you're paying for a monthly membership on top of that. You know,
Just to access that server, like
just to play the game.
Like, you can
You
buy
know,
all the...
like I said, just to access that server.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And see, that was my biggest problem with games like when Star Wars Battlefront 2 came out. Thought it was the remake
The
of
first
Battlefront 1.
Battlefront.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm like I played the
I
first
was
one.
there at midnight release, super excited to pick it up because I liked
You
Rogue
played on
Squadron was
360?
one. Huh?
You played on the 360?
No, I played it on the PS3. But I was so excited because my favorite game for the longest time was Rogue Squadron. You know, you got to fly in space, shoot stuff, have fun with that. Well, they promised that in Battlefront. Little did you know that right after the game dropped, they released the Space Combat package, and it was $65
Yeah.
on top of the original game.
Yeah, so even if you
This-
had the game, you couldn't pay
I
like
put the disc in, it loaded, it downloaded everything. I went to go choose space missions, and I had to go to the marketplace
That's
Yep.
bullshit.
to the store, and it was another $65.
That's bullshit.
Yeah.
And I was like, nope. I put the game back in the case,
Like,
took the receipt and said the game didn't work. I went up to Walmart and said the game didn't work. They took it back, gave me a gift card. I went and bought a whole nother game. And that's
See?
how I got Dragon Ball Xenoverse 1.
Yeah.
like
See.
the expansion pack should be like free, especially for those players
Yeah.
that
See now,
purchase the original fucking.
yeah. See
Disc.
now,
Like,
when it
disc.
comes to to expansions, I think it's completely fair to charge for it because there's a lot of time, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears that goes into making that package.
An expansion.
Yeah.
Like, not just the whole fucking game.
But when
Yeah.
Battlefront was advertised, the first thing that shows is an X-Wing and someone else controlling a TIE fighter, and they go into a loop and start shooting each other, and I'm just like, and it says experience space combat like never before in Star Wars.
And it wasn't even in the game.
And it wasn't even in the game. You had to pay another $65 to access it.
Yeah, but...
Or at least that fucking, like, a reduced package for having
and that's the thing, like Street Fighter, and I always go to Street Fighter because there are a lot of things that they do that are both really good and really bad. Like when they just dropped the Street Fighter V Champion Edition, but rather than making you pay another $60, it was $40. But while I personally think that that's kind of pricey, they gave you every character released thus far. Every costume pack, every stage pack, like everything that had been released, you got with that. So that justifies $40.
And Anthony, to touch on your thing with the microtransactions, it depends on the type of microtransactions. Like, okay, stuff like Dauntless, for instance, they have microtransactions, but it doesn't help your skills. It doesn't boost your level.
Exactly.
It's cosmetic.
like I
100%.
said, like Fortnite. You know, they charge you
In
for
most
costumes.
I don't
for
think in
fucking
Destiny
weapons.
at all
A little bit.
microtransactions help you through the game either. I think it just gives you cool looking ships and costumes. I don't think there's anything in Destiny that that's under microtransactions
Yeah,
that helps your leveling.
But that again is a very fine line in and of itself because if it's cosmetic, you know, Overwatch is a prime example of that. You can buy loot boxes all fucking day, but it's only cosmetic. It does nothing for your gameplay. If you suck as a player, you're gonna suck after you pay money. But when you get those games that turn you from, you know,
Oh, here's 100,000 experience for $15, and it
Yeah.
unlocks all these top-notch weapons that nobody else has.
Now doing something like that takes you from playing a game to being a full-blown wallet warrior. That I'm against because I don't think that if you suck at a game and you pay $20 for this set of gear and armor and all this shit.
What's your phone at?
Oh, like life-wise? 21%. What are you at? You're in the red. Okay, go for it.
So
I am very, very much against that because then that's teaching a player that if I'm having a hard time with this boss, I can just drop real money and then conquer with no
Or
problem.
this season or whatever.
Yeah, you know, and then just tower over the, you know, however much content.
and that's the thing with a lot of games like Apex. Their microtransactions are purely cosmetic.
Yeah.
You suck at Apex Legends? Well, guess what? You still suck when you
still
drop
suck.
$100 on it. You just have cool looking guns when you die.
See, and it's
Like-
I think that things that are cosmetic, I'm indifferent about because unless there's a game I'm just really, really invested in, which, to be honest, there's next to none that, you know, that gives me a reason to justify paying real money for something in the game. It's not going to happen for me. I have yet to find a game where it's like I need this.
Like when you bought Brawlhalla, like they're gonna provide every single character.
See, for that,
From then on.
yeah, for that it was worth it because it was $25,
Exactly.
and that was early in that game's life. You know, that was right after it came out almost. But it's every character that they're ever going to release for the longevity of the game.
Yeah.
Smite was the same thing.
Yeah, and I agree. There should be perks for purchasing it, like either in its beta mode,
Yeah.
or like
See-
like right after it came out. There should
That-
be perks for purchasing like that. But like, if you buy it just because you heard really really cool things
Yeah.
like that, yeah, that's
But
what you should be able to.
And stuff like
charge
that
a
was
little
my whole
more.
problem. Like, I love the Dragon Ball Xenoverse series. I love the game. It's great. My problem with Xenoverse 2 was the fact that they started adding on all these character packs.
Mhm.
And the only way to get certain moves was
Were to
by
buy
buying
the
this
character,
character,
yeah.
these character packs and training with that character
Yeah.
to learn the move. And so you go into battle, and after they released a character named Jiren, he's got this freaking finisher.
That's not as I would say like as guilty as like just
Well-
purchasing like a free game.
Well, it is
I would say.
in a way because that almost falls under the content of being a wallet warrior, because for games like that, like there are players out there where like they really want to just achieve that 100% completion.
So what does it mean to be a wallet warrior?
So a wallet warrior is
Basically,
somebody
if
that
you're not good, you buy the best stuff
Yeah.
in the game
Yeah.
to make yourself good.
yeah. So like if I'm playing like a fighting game, or no, like a first person shooter, like Call of Duty, for example, and I'm just getting wrecked. Every type of game, every mode, everything, I just get wrecked in. Well, if I drop $25, I get a top tier gun with like legendary armor and like all this other shit. Well, now it doesn't matter what I jump in, because without trying, I can just fucking steamroll the
Yeah, even
competition.
depending on how you use it.
Yeah, that's a wallet warrior.
Okay.
You
So,
know,
and
because
that-
you are paying to do better.
And
even
that
if
falls
you
back
suck.
to my complaint with Xenoverse 2 is Jiren has a finishing move that is OP. Like, it tracks you, you can block or guard against it, and it still does three times the
Yeah,
normal
like-
damage for it.
I know for most finishing moves, like you
Yeah.
can be able to block it. Right?
Yeah, well, Jiren's is this big energy ball, and your character will catch it, and you have to mash X to send it back to him. But the only way to do that is you have to have more ki and more stamina than your opponent. Well, when you train with Jiren, it maxes out your ki and stamina all the way up.
Mhm.
So if I don't have Jiren unlocked, I can't reach that level
At all.
at all.
Like
'Cause the
even
only
no
way to
matter,
get to-
no matter how many times you play.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm max level right now, but my stuff isn't maxed out because I'm missing 2 levels because I don't have Jiren.
Okay, so yeah, that
But see,
like that technical difficulty, yeah.
that runs that real fine line between
And gamers know what they're doing.
yeah,
Yeah.
but that's the kind of thing between paying out of necessity and paying to be a wallet warrior, because
And there's
Like-
another game that's really guilty of that, and it's one of my favorite games to play too, and I'm really good at it. It's Madden. Because you can play Fantasy League on Madden NFL, but you have to, if you invest real money into it, you could buy overall 99 characters to put on your team. Instead of, if you don't want to invest the money, you need hours upon hours of grinding against the computer just to get one.
Which kind of gives you the satisfaction that you kind of want.
well,
from,
if you're willing to grind, yes.
yeah,
But when you have those people out there that are like,
I got $500. Here you go.
Yeah.
kind of
like-
discourages
I'm
you.
gonna buy everything. Well, and that's the thing. Like, I'm really good at Madden. I play on the hardest difficulty with the settings all the way as hard as you could possibly make it, and I still win most of the games I play.
From your guys' experience, what's the ratio though?
Of
like,
what?
When you guys play those type of games, like for the
Oh.
most part, do you guys win? For the most part, do you guys
On
lose?
Madden, I'll give them an overall 99 team, and I'll have I think my team's 86, and I'll still steamroll them
Okay,
because at that point it
so
comes
it's still
down
a
to.
little bit more about skill.
Yeah.
when it comes
But-
to that
Yeah.
kind of stuff.
But it helps a lot to have that, one person at 99 overall, because that means the computer can. If you're at a 99 awareness, that means your computer knows what you're doing.
But
It tells the opponent, like, oh, your safety's a 99. They know what play I'm running because the safety can read it. So I have to learn how to quick switch the plays right before I say hut to trick the safety. So they think I'm running one play and I instantly change it and say hut before the safety could pick up that I've changed it.
Mhm.
That's how I can beat them.
yeah,
but they give you the opportunity though.
They
right?
do give you the opportunity.
yeah.
But like for those games that don't, and they just automatically keep you at a winning advantage.
For a situation like that, you mostly see that now in mobile gaming.
Yeah, that's true.
Where they're completely free from the start.
Yeah. Mobile
Okay.
gaming and like MMOs.
Like I play
Because-
Clash Royale on my phone. It's a card-based strategy game.
Mm-hmm.
But every time they come out with a new, bigger, badder card and upgrades for the card, you have to pay for them.
Mhm.
And if the person buys that card, they have
There's
a
no
huge
there's no
advantage.
chance of you winning.
Not really.
There
There's-
is, but the cards are so new that it hasn't had a chance to cycle through everybody.
Yeah.
So a lot of people don't even know how to play against it.
Yeah.
And like, don't get me wrong. I'm
like,
so
is there,
I'm really.
is there even if there was a thin chance of like you beating that card just because of like the person bought it,
Mhm.
then I think there still should be like kind of like they're on the least end of that.
If you grind it out.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
you can grind out the new cards in that game.
And I mean that's the
what I
point
do.
of games. I think like to be able to like
That's how it was
achieve
when,
that.
like when we grew up. You start
Yeah.
out with like your base 12 guys,
Mhm.
and then
You
Yeah.
grind
anytime
and-
you
Yeah.
beat it, you unlock somebody else.
Yeah.
See, and that's the thing because there are games, fighting games especially, that are gradually like
Ash always
moving.
looks like she's asleep.
Yeah.
No, she has no input on this. We're actually on
Um,
a topic she does
that
very
are
little on.
like they're gradually getting back to that where
Like
and-
once you buy that package, like you're set.
yeah, like
Right.
that's it.
That's bullshit.
You see, and for me, like that's one amongst many reasons why I don't do it because it's like if I like Dead or Alive, you know, say I find a favorite character. Well, I have Ayani, and if I buy her costume pack, that's all of her fucking costumes. But if I take the time and I beat all these certain modes a certain number of times, I can unlock all of that. But if I buy it all outright, it's like, well, why do I want to play the
You don't
game?
even learn how to use those packages.
Yeah, well, not even that. It's like, okay, what desire do I have to play the game now? Because I can just buy everything that I.
That's what
that
I
I
said.
could
I,
I
feel
guess
like
that's
you
where-
miss out on
Yeah,
the whole fun of the
Or
game.
Exactly.
Or
Exactly.
they're keen on specific type of players like myself, like that are collectioners.
yeah, exactly.
That like
Collectors.
people that like to collect.
Collectioners.
Yeah,
Yeah.
people that like to collect the fucking skins and bullshit like that.
Yeah,
That don't cost you any money.
exactly.
They're just, you just
Well,
might
see,
achieve
no,
a certain goal.
Yeah,
or
and
fucking,
that's the other thing is there are a couple of fighting games out there. Off the top of my head, I want to say, what Blaze Blue, well, one of the iterations of that did that where, like, you could go in and it's like 99 cents for the costume, and when you buy it, it tells you it's like you can unlock this just by playing the game. See, I think that every game should have something like that. Like, if it's something you can get in game, give a player that warning.
it's the option.
Yeah, because then you're bringing it to the player's attention. But on top of that, like they don't feel like if they want this costume, the only way to get it is to buy it.
Has any games like sparked your interest, or like kind of like shouted out to you as far as like how they get you to purchase those?
Like smart marketing almost.
Yeah. So like they're like,
Um,
okay, so you can purchase this object right now at this very moment, or like they don't even give you a warning, like saying that you can fucking earn it later.
in games like
I mean, games do that all the time.
in
you
games
know?
like ESO, for instance, if you don't know what ESO is, it's Elder Scrolls Online. It's a really fun RPG. It's an MMO. It's great. Most of their microtransactions all of their microtransactions are cosmetic. Then they come out with these new expansions every couple of months. The problem I have with the expansion packs on that is the fact that like you can either buy the whole expansion or they try to get you to become a member of their of
Do
ESO.
they affect the story mode?
They do,
Yeah.
because you can't continue the
Like-
story unless you buy the expansion.
Okay, so
Yeah.
yeah,
But
that's where
for instance, like I was a member of the Dark Brotherhood, which is an assassin guild in ESO. Well, I quit paying for my membership because it's like $17 a month. I was like, whatever. And
It's kinda
after
like an
that, it
OnlyFans
kicks
account?
you, huh? What'd you say?
it's kind of like an OnlyFans account.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was paying for it because I wanted to play the Dark Brotherhood storyline. I became a member of the guild. I finished that whole story, and then I was like, okay, well, I don't want to pay $17 anymore.
Like you finish all 30 seconds of each video. They provide all 36 videos. They provide you finish 30 seconds.
Well, the biggest problem with like what he's talking about is games that offer you like a player exclusive membership is they're saying, okay, you're paying this a month, so you don't have to pay for like the newest expansion. We'll let you just stream the whole expansion. But that 1 month that you miss, you lose everything you've acquired.
And
all
I
your
did.
levels.
I
all
lost.
your-
I kept my levels, but I lost all my abilities that I had because as an assassin in the Dark Brotherhood, you get all these special weapons, all these stat boosts, all these abilities. I lost all of them.
It's kind of fair. Like if you were to be in real life, you know what I mean, and you were to be an assassin in real life.
Well, yeah,
Like,
yeah,
if game was going like according to how time goes, Like, yeah, maybe after a couple years of not playing that game, yeah, of course, charge that person that
Well, yeah.
extra amount.
Yeah,
But
but
like
now-
after like still have purchased the game, like, and continuing the packages that you
and
have.
my
but-
problem is like I lost most of my abilities, and I lost my weapon, which was a vampiric dagger, and it was an ultra rare weapon, and it disappeared out of my inventory, and the only way for me to get it back is
once
renew
you
my
once you
membership.
have it, you should be
Yeah,
able to keep
the
it.
only way to get
Yeah.
it back was renew my membership, do the whole quest over,
Nah.
and have that 1 in 100,000 chance to get that dagger
Yeah,
out
but
of the
see-
room
Oh,
again.
Once
Yeah.
you have it, you should be able to keep it.
But see, that's their smart marketing, because either you keep paying monthly, or you drop large amounts of cash to buy all the expansions up to where you were. Because it's not like, okay, I was at the point where I'm like 3 expansions ahead, so I'll just buy the one that I was at.
Actually,
Well-
ESO lets you do that. If
Okay.
you buy the newest expansion, you get all the ones that came out before it
Okay,
added
well,
to it.
there are other games where, like, it just, if you buy like if there's 5 expansions, you buy 1, you buy 2, and then you buy like 5. Well, you can't access 5 because you don't have 3 and 4.
And
Yeah.
how do you purchase those usually?
You just buy them with real money.
With, like, does it add up, or are you still are you still paying for the expansion? pack?
No, you're still paying for the expansion packs.
Which is less than if it were to add up.
How often are those released?
It really depends on the
Well,
game.
like ESO, they're doing one every 6 months now. Like they've got a new expansion.
Right?
Like ESO has a new expansion about every 6 months. They've
Yeah.
pretty much covered every region for Elder Scrolls
Mhm.
that there has been in existence so far.
Yeah.
But like I said, the whole irritating part was that is I was like, okay, well, I'm not paying the $17 this month. Like I'm still gonna play, but I just don't have the money to drop the 17 this month. I'm gonna wait. And I go to log in, and all of my crap is gone. I was just like, excuse
Yeah.
me. So I called and complained, and they're like, well, if you renew your membership in the next 30 days, you'll get all your stuff back, no questions. Anything after 30 days, it's
just
gone, and you have to redo the whole quest. And I was like, you do understand that dagger I had is a 1 in 100,000 chance to get. It took me redoing that same quest like 150 times to get, right?
And I mean, for them, it's whatever.
Yeah, and they didn't care. They're like, yeah, well, that's just part of the terms and conditions. If you had read those, you would have known that was in
Yeah.
there.
They want you to read the one thing nobody reads.
The most ignored thing on the planet.
Yeah. But no, they're
Are there other companies that or developers, I guess, that are better at dealing with customers' complaints and stuff? Like, you know, if you write in some, they're gonna get right back to you, or are they just all generally just?
honestly, in my experience,
EA's the worst.
smaller companies.
EA sucks.
Yeah, smaller companies are the better ones because, like, they're still
They have
growing.
limited titles.
Well, that, but I mean, even if they have 500,000 players, they're still considered a small developer. So for them, it's important to to get back to their customers as early as they can, and keep in touch with them. If you look at what is it called? The company that made Titanfall and as of recently Apex Legends.
There's your video answer here in a second.
Yeah.
Have you ever had to go with the complaints?
I have.
EA.
What was
Yeah.
the result?
No.
No. When you start getting into large like EA, Ubisoft,
Yeah.
just some of the
My biggest complaint with
the
EA
Titans.
was when Madden NFL 17 came out. I dove into the fantasy league, and they promised that everything from 16 on your fantasy league would be transferred to your 17. Well, they didn't tell you had to pay for it. It was $35 to transfer my entire team, my fantasy team, that I had spent 2 years building over. I was like, alright, cool, whatever. I was like, fine. I had the money. I dropped the 35, transferred my team over. And my team was a 94 overall, and 16, when it came over, it was an 82. all my stats had dropped. They all became common cards instead of legendary cards. And I was like, I called and I was like, what the hell? They're like, because of the characters that you had in your other game, some of them aren't as good as they were in that game, so we have to lower their stats to match how good they are. And I'm like, but you didn't tell me that.
See, the other downside to games like Madden is that they're playing off of real people's stats. So, like, as an example, Brady. Say last year, Brady.
Brady's always a 99 overall. He's been a 99 overall the last 10 games.
So, like, in last year's game, Brady is fucking god tier.
He might be a Raider next year.
Yeah. And, say at the end of the season, he, like, broke both of his legs and, like, snapped a tiny toe. And it got to the point where, yes.
So he broke both his legs and his pinky toe?
And his pinky toe.
Damn.
Yeah, that's a bad day. It's all acceptable until it comes down to
no, shit, that pinky fucked him up.
But, like, say he recovers and he comes back and he's not doing nearly as good as he did the last season.
Oh, okay.
Well, all that transfers in game. So now you went from having Brady as a god tier character, and in the next year's iteration of the game, he's meh at
He's
best.
Deku before he got a quirk.
You know what would
So
be
he didn't
really
train
fucked
at all?
up though?
Huh.
The damage that you do to the characters in game happen to them in real life.
Well, you've
Well,
heard of the Madden curse, right?
The Madden curse.
Yeah.
That's what they call it.
So brain damage.
Well, no, the Madden
No,
curse
that's just
is if
Yeah.
they put a player on the cover of the game, then the next season they do something crappy.
Like Kobe.
Oh, sure. But in Madden 19, they put Antonio Brown.
All love.
I swear to
By the
God, I
way.
thought you were going to go with Antonio Banderas.
No, they put Antonio Brown, which was
I was
the.
thinking ever played for the NFL.
I'm pretty sure they have like a backup for everybody that they choose.
But Antonio Brown played for the Steelers, and he was the #1 wide receiver in the NFL for 3 years. And he finally
Tore his
won the
ACL.
cover.
Kind of like Wards.
Yeah, he finally won the cover of Madden. Tore his ACL in preseason. Right after the game got released, he tore his ACL. Then he wanted more money from the Steelers. The Steelers cut him. New England picked him up. He tore his ACL again.
Same.
And now he's just floating around on the free agent market, making nothing, and he's considered the worst receiver in the NFL.
I tore my
nowadays.
ACL twice, by the way. I'm not saying just because I did tear my ACL twice. I tore it at one end, and then by the end of the next season, I tore it the other end because I was
Jesus.
training too hard, and I was in high school. So you can imagine someone that tore the ACL and was actually training like NFL status. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they tore it twice.
But yeah, so they named this thing called the Madden curse, and no player ever wants to be put on the cover of
Yeah.
Madden now. They're like, no, please don't.
And that started a couple years ago.
Oh,
that
it's
started
been
back
like 10,
Yeah.
10, 15 years ago.
The Madden game I've got over there, I think is Madden. The lowest one I have is Madden 6. I think is up there. I have every Madden game that's come out, except for John Madden Super Bowl
Got
games.
Madden 25 right here.
Madden 25 is Calvin Johnson. Wow, I knew that right off the top of my damn head. And the year after that game came out, he retired because he had 2 concussions in one season and fractured his spinal cord. That is
Yeah,
Mass
I
Effect.
Can't find any other Madden games.
They're all up there. Anyway, one of them has Vince Young on it, who was an all-star quarterback for Tennessee
And
Titans.
don't even fucking.
After he was on the cover,
He was a Longhorn.
yeah,
I had such high hopes for him.
I did too. But after he won the cover of Madden, his career completely plummeted. He started throwing interceptions left and right. He tore his shoulder. He sprained his neck. Like, that's when the Madden curse really took hold. Because I think it was
So that's when they paid him the most.
they did. He got his biggest contract right after they got the cover, and then he
Jesus.
ruined it.
I'm a Steelers fan, by the way.
So since
Me too.
98,
Steelers fan.
the Madden
I'm a Steelers
curse.
fan.
98. Wow.
Damn. Who did it start with?
Garrison Hurst. He broke his ankle.
And then what? 2004 was Favre, right? Or was it 2005 that was Favre?
Most of the players who starred on the
Seven
game's
was
cover
far.
have suffered an injury in the following season. Of the 22 players who have been selected to grace the cover of Madden, 16 have had troubling or abruptly shortened seasons.
Peyton
They
Hillis.
aim for whatever their fucking weakness
Peyton
is.
Hillis is the number one failure of the Madden cover. He was the Browns all-star running back. He had the most rushing yards in Browns history, and they put him on the Madden cover, and then he couldn't even run a yard the next season. They released him, and he retired due
Jesus.
to bodily injury.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Like his
And then
his
they-
rushing average the season after he was on the cover was like 1.2.
They
the whole
target
season.
those players, man.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Like the Madden curse is a real thing, and that's back to your thing.
Yeah,
What
16 out of
happens if they
22.
get hurt? If you hurt them in the game, well, Madden curse
16
is
out
real.
of 22.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that means only 6 people that graced the cover, and 2 of them were on the same cover, which was Fitzgerald and Palomalu. And neither one of them had any curse after. They were just too damn good. Larry Fitzgerald still plays.
Malo had a couple more years.
Oh, yeah. Palomalu is probably one of the best strong safeties to ever grace the NFL.
Probably.
And, I
And
bet
then there's Larry
everybody-
Fitzgerald. He's still playing.
And I
And
bet
Ben? Where the
everybody's
fuck is
waiting.
Ben?
I know dick about football, so
And what, babe?
I bet everybody's waiting for them to put Tom Brady on the front.
They
Of a
did
Madden.
put him on the front.
Oh.
Madden 7? Madden 18,
Madden
right?
18.
Yeah. And he actually did really well, went to the Super Bowl, and then got blown out by the Eagles. Absolutely
Which is what happened,
destroyed
right?
by the Eagles, too.
Which is what happened, right?
Yeah, that's exactly what happened that season. He gets put on the cover after his miraculous comeback against the Falcons, when the Falcons were up 32-0 at the end of the third quarter, and the Falcons lost 33 to 32.
Who were you guys going for this season?
What, this
As
past
far
season?
as like Super Bowl.
I don't. I
Like the
Kansas
last
City.
two, yeah.
I wanted Kansas City to win. I don't
I
like the Niners.
Yeah.
could give a fuck less.
I wanted
I think-
Kansas City
yeah.
to lose because I'm a Raiders fan.
Nah. Don't listen to
Yeah,
oh, that's
so-
right, because you had to work.
Yeah.
I was watching it.
Because what is it? I think we went somewhere or something like that, and they had it going on. Like they had it playing. And for me, it was just like whatever. And you started talking about it, and I was like,
And I'm just watching it. Like, I
Whatever.
started checking it on my phone, and I was like, come on, Kansas.
or both of
That's
y'all were doing
square.
it.
Yeah.
What?
didn't
I
win.
wasn't with y'all.
No, here at the house, like you were checking stats and everything like that.
Yeah, we kept checking the score. But, and coming from the person who says he's a Raiders fan, I get that the Chiefs are your rival, but San Francisco is part of California.
Yeah,
correct?
but it's still Bay Area, though.
So,
I would rather take Bay Area over.
man, I'd rather take my division winning than the other division winning.
No, fuck that.
Like, unless it's the
I
Patriots
thought
in
it
the
was,
Super Bowl.
I thought
Where's
it
the
was
salt?
all-
I feel like we need salt.
No, what?
And
get
now
that
we went
guy-
from
get
gaming
that guy
to-
a glass of water.
We went from gaming to football.
Same shit, right?
Pretty much.
But the next topic I
What
had
about
to
the
touch on.
XFL?
Okay,
Do
I
me a
gave
favor.
someone.
You saw it?
Yeah, I let
No,
him
no.
use it earlier.
What?
That
Knocks
lighter.
down the tripod.
Right.
I let him use that lighter earlier.
Woo! All right. I was gonna say there's one there on the floor, but thank you.
He was asking for a lighter earlier, and I was like, John's got one in here because I think you went to go get the food. I was like, he's got one in here somewhere.
So
Pikachu.
real quick, Anthony Soto. I actually know him. So do you.
Okay.
Do you remember my buddy that I used to work with at the pawn shop?
Oh, okay. That's Alan.
Yeah.
Oh, we met him at the
Nice to meet
Circle
you.
K, right? Is
No.
that where we met him?
No. No, yeah, you haven't met him. Really, really cool guy, really down to earth. He actually does not follow basic religion.
Same days. I'm just kidding.
His deity of choice is actually Athena.
No.
Huh.
Like the god that he worships.
So I'm guessing he's read Percy Jackson, the Lightning Thief.
Oh no.
Oh, Jesus.
See, we don't do this. This is why we don't do this. You just insulted
Which I
the man.
just watched the other day. So you can't get anything.
And you know they're not doing a third one, right? They're actually redoing the whole series.
I haven't seen the
Why?
second one.
They're recasting and redoing the entire
See,
storyline.
I really wish they would have done all three of them just back to back.
Yep.
You know, after
So
they...
Athena, god of wisdom, right?
No.
War.
Yeah.
Yes.
No,
And next to Ares.
That's like her favorite.
Even you were like,
deity.
what?
Athena, the god of war.
Oh yeah.
Who's
Oh,
the
Yeah,
God of
all of
wisdom,
us
man?
just looked at you
Huh?
like, huh?
Who's the God of wisdom?
Hey, Google. Nope.
Really?
Okay, Google.
Hello, motherfucking
Ask
Siri.
it.
Who's the god of wisdom?
The Greek god of wisdom.
I don't think it cared. It totally ignored us.
Yes, I do remember. Because I
It
always.
is Athena.
Okay, what is it? Because it's
Ares
wisdom.
is the god of war.
Ares is-
Yes, but she's wisdom and something else. Like
She
wisdom
took
in
over
battle.
the war.
Did she? Okay.
Yeah.
Which is why you're kind of getting confused, but yeah.
Okay, but yes, I remember.
So in a sense, we were both wrong.
Or we were both right. But I used to give him shit all the fucking time, and I know he's laughing right now because he believes the theory of flat Earth.
Who?
Oh my! I don't think I've ever seen you sit up that
You're not
fast.
so straight either.
But
Like damn Q-tip.
You just called this man out on live.
oh yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. But to be fair, the reason he believes the flat Earth theory is because he is a very strong believer in not being a follower.
That makes a lot of sense.
Because he's one of those.
Forgiven.
He's one of those where it's like, I'm not just gonna believe what everybody else believes. So
No, I
he's-
truly believe that.
so like he's gonna be different.
yeah,
and-
it doesn't mean we need to be wrong.
True.
This is
But-
America. You're allowed to be wrong.
but I mean we've joked about it a lot.
Doesn't
He's
mean we wrong.
he's actually a really good guy. He's got a great sense of humor.
That's not you, right?
Just an all around.
Okay, I'm like,
no,
shit,
he's
we need to talk. We need to read Cosmos by Carl Sagan. Yeah, you watched it, right?
where the fuck are we going with this?
My boss gave me.
Where's
a book.
Dildo? We need Dildo.
My boss gave
My poor
me
brain just went.
Cosmos by Carl Sagan.
Quick, call the
And
Dildo.
apparently that
Get her
needs
in
to be
here.
read
I
along with
told
the
her
series
we
that
were
was
live,
presented
but-
on TV,
Interesting.
which they have on YouTube.
I will say, he is one of the coolest drinkers I've ever had the experience
Blue?
of hanging. No, well,
I was like,
him
yeah,
definitely.
I'm like, Blue, you
Him,
can't tell
yeah,
if he's drinking
yeah,
or
no,
not.
no, he's like just straight undercover with it. But Anthony, because you can always tell when he gets drunk, because he plays the theme song from Vikings. Like that is his hype song. So, but
Which is anti-ground
but to be fair,
Earth.
but to be fair, when you hear that
Rounder.
when you hear that song get played, you know drinking is fixing to like take a step up. So
Can you play that song?
Yeah. Come on.
You on it? I imagine it like Darth Vader when he walks into a room.
no. Have you never watched Vikings?
No,
No.
I knew it. I've only seen a
We
handful.
also
Well-
have to do Westworld, remember?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So everybody is always well. You and I have had this conversation where it's like,
Oh, stupid.
if you're not a fan of Game of Thrones, then you're a fan of Vikings. You know, very few people are a fan of both.
Yeah.
For me, it was Vikings. For you, it's Game of Thrones. I mean, hands down, aside from Westworld, it's one of the best
What was the
shows.
vampire one?
Huh?
What was
We're
the
trying to get
vampire
the
one?
game one in.
There was another vampire HBO show.
Oh,
It came
that's
out.
the
True
game
Blood?
one, that's good.
True Blood.
That one.
If
was
you're not a
fucking
fan
badass.
of Game of Thrones or whatever you brought up,
You know the one that
you're a
I
fan
was
of True Blood.
Actually, Tori got me into that show, and that show was actually pretty badass.
What is my role?
I still like Succession.
Nothing.
What is my role? That's something that.
You like Dynasty?
Dynasty?
Dynasty.
Duck Dynasty?
No.
He got warm too. Hey, don't hump the mic.
Sorry.
Come
I
on.
didn't mean to-
No one needs to hear the plop, 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 plop.
Anthony said
What
Game
Dynasty?
of Thrones. Anthony said Game of
Elizabeth
Thrones.
Gillies.
Thumb down.
Yeah, Game of Thrones is stupid. I hate it every second. I
The
watch that
the
so
ending
much.
of
You're
the,
fixing to start a fucking riot in this room.
I don't care. Game of Thrones absolutely sucked.
No, not even. Well, how
the
far
way
did
it
you get?
ended. The way it
Season
ended.
3,
Here we
and
go.
absolutely hated it after that because they kept
What
killing
happened
off
after season
everybody.
3? They haven't even killed Joffrey.
Don't care. I didn't even care who that was.
Exactly. So why do you even care what your opinion is?
Alright, you don't get a say in this until you actually watch a good anime.
Hold it back.
He's
Hold
not
it
worth it. He's not worth it.
You don't get a say on anything until you watch an actual anime that isn't My Hero.
back. Hey, to be fair,
I'm
My
not
Hero-
judging him because he watched
Okay,
My
I was
Hero.
gonna say you're fixing to
That's
fucking get a fist to the
mainstream
face.
anime. Go watch something off the
Let's get kicked
mainstream.
in the
I
nut
mean-
again.
Dragon Ball's not
Oh,
mainstream.
Dragon Ball is definitely mainstream. Don't get me wrong. But did he ever watch the Full Metal Alchemist series?
Look at this bitch.
You watch Full Metal, right?
Full Metal is
Look
fucking
who-
It's
mainstream.
not
Elizabeth
mainstream.
Gillies.
It has
It is
become
mainstream.
mainstream.
It's mainstream.
Who's this?
I mean, I
Main
can start a
character of
war. I can start a big war.
Eventually,
Please? Let's do it.
What?
What's your war?
Full of metal shit.
because this is soap opera.
What? Did I just hear?
Yep. Oh! Yep.
So is My Hero.
What was My Hero?
She said it was shit.
I am appalled.
She also said Full Metal was shit.
You look like you're fixing to pop off rowdy.
What
Like,
are
Yes.
your complaints about Full Metal?
I could never get into it.
She found it boring. She said it was too slow and didn't
So
pick
was
up
My
the rhyme.
Hero.
Full Metal was a little bit slow.
Full Metal
My Hero
and
was
Brotherhood.
not slow at all. The
I-
beginning, yeah.
Okay.
The beginning,
no,
Midori was crying so
no.
much.
Yeah.
Midori was
See,
crying like every other fucking
But she
episode.
said the same shit
But-
about Attack on Titan, and I forced her to finish the first season
No, but-
and start the
Like,
second
shut
After
season.
down,
Midoriya
eyelids
cries,
taped open.
his eyes out.
That's because I've
He's
already
like,
seen
I'm ready.
Attack on
I'm ready
Titan.
to get my powers.
And it took them like 5 years to bring out season 2 for Attack on Titan. So I was like, fuck it, you know,
How many
it's
years
boring,
did it
it's
take?
stupid.
For Midoriya,
I'm not even gonna waste
Not
my
even a
time
year.
on it.
No, not even.
not even a year. So
I
you
think we
can't
lost
compare.
a viewer because of what you just said.
No, I think they did
I'm not
because of
watching
Game of
anymore.
Thrones.
I'm gone.
He's like, I quit. I'm out.
And that's how Brown quit the show.
Yep.
We'll be back.
Slam the door and everything. Drama queen.
No, I'm just kidding.
Told
This
you.
is not all because of Ash.
But are you dead?
But this is the group effort.
Is
You
it
know what I
though?
mean?
Is it though?
See,
I'm gonna get more drink.
Don't-
Hopefully, by the time I get back, the group dynamic is a little bit different.
don't get me wrong. I thoroughly enjoyed My Hero after
Now watch.
most
he's
of the
gonna,
first season.
Oh,
I
yeah.
forced myself
Oh, yeah.
through the first season.
Yeah.
And then I started liking it.
Now watch. He's gonna start watching Dragon Ball. He's not gonna really get into it. Then he's gonna come back and say Dragon Ball was shit. And then y'all are all gonna get fucking butthurt.
No, I could
because-
give a fuck less, honestly.
No, I'm only gonna get butthurt because he said the movie was okay.
Yeah, that's where he got butthurt.
Yeah.
Which one?
Dragon Ball.
The movie.
He said the live action was okay, and if I had this, it probably would have gone flying.
Don't do that.
It's not gonna break. Fucking steel.
It'll break his head. Unless his hair
Maybe I'll
catches
knock
it.
some sense into it.
Doubtful. Doubtful.
And then he had the audacity to turn around and say the Avatar movie was garbage. But, I mean, for someone who... I didn't watch the original Avatar cartoon, or anime, if you want to call it an anime these days, until after I watched the live action.
You're in the same boat he is.
Well, I watched Avatar after I watched the live action. Because I was like, okay, it wasn't that bad of a live action. Then I watched...
Meat Kettle.
Then I watched the anime, and I was like, oh, no, the live action was trash compared to the anime. Okay.
I mean, there's a couple of more animes that, to me, I wasn't a big fan of, and that if I say that, y'all are just gonna be like, God damn.
No,
just get it out.
like what? Like what?
Bleach, Naruto.
I
Okay,
didn't like
okay.
I
Naruto
didn't
that
agree with
much.
Bleach.
Yeah, Bleach. Yeah.
I didn't like
Okay,
Naruto.
okay, but which one? The original or Shippuden?
And shipping.
See, I like Shippuden better than the original.
Yeah.
I did like Shippuden better than
Yeah,
I mean,
because
I tried watching all of them. Like, I watched the whole thing. I watched the original and the second one, and I couldn't get into it because to me, it's kind of like a lot like Fairy Tail. The fighting moves are the same. The attacks are the same. Everything is pretty much the fucking same. Like, I love Fairy Tail with a passion.
Which one came out first?
I don't know.
Fairy Tail, I think.
Ooh, I don't
Yeah, I
know.
think so.
I don't know.
Let me
See,
check.
but that's one of those things. Like, not every anime is gonna find a place in every fan's heart. It's not gonna happen.
Yeah, it's just
And
like cult
I mean,
movies.
don't
Yeah.
get me wrong. Because I've watched Full Metal and Brotherhood because of him. Like I watched them both. I just couldn't get into it. And My Hero, I've watched them both. I've watched them because of him. I just couldn't get into it. And like,
See, okay,
Nope.
There is-
Naruto's older.
really?
Now,
So
manga
Fairy Tail
wise,
lives off
Fairy
of
Tail
it.
came out first as a manga before Naruto did.
Okay.
But Naruto came out first as an anime 7 years before Fairy Tail was turned into an anime.
Oh wow. To
well, that's
be
because
fair,
Fairy Tail has a long
yeah,
story compared to Naruto.
yeah.
Now, we can all agree that One Piece sucks, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. As long as we have some common ground,
Yeah.
One Piece was trash.
There is a significant difference between just like not getting into an anime or it just not being your thing and saying that it's shit.
That's true.
Yeah.
No, but saying that I've watched them, couldn't get into them, I can say that they were shit.
No, because initially you just like that just wasn't your
It just
thing.
wasn't your anime.
Like for me, I like animes that are usually fantasy based and have a lot of fight scenes.
Which is why you probably really enjoyed Afreta.
Yeah,
And then
But see-
how I got reincarnated as a slime is one we're still
yeah.
trickling through.
But for me, like I'm so critical of so many things when it comes to anime. Like, you know, the fight scenes have to be at least somewhat enjoyable. The animation has to be done well. There has to be at least decent character development. The story, depending on what it is, could be hit or miss. But like there are animes out there where like through an entire season, like 20 episodes, there might be like 2 fight scenes.
Black Clover.
Yeah,
Hate.
you know, but
I
it's
did not
all
like
about
that
character
one.
development. Like ones like that, like I can understand why they have a following, but it's not my kind of anime.
So other than One Piece, what's another anime that you just absolutely hate?
Honestly, I didn't like Dragon Ball until the end. Until he showed me the very end of Dragon Ball.
For me, the anime that I really didn't like, and I watched most of it, and I could not get myself into it, was Vampire School, or what was it called?
Vampire Knight.
Vampire Knight.
See,
I've seen that
I
one.
couldn't get into Vampire Knight.
I tried. I watched the entire series, but I did not like it.
See, I like animes like those. They either gotta have a really good story base to them,
Mm-hmm.
or they gotta have a lot of fighting in it. They have to have a lot of action and drama.
Yeah, something to hook you.
That's
And
why.
see, that was my problem with Bleach when they started doing the filler arcs, because
Yeah.
like after Sosuke Aizen is killed, that's pretty much where the manga just stopped.
No, okay. With
Sorry,
Bleach, they did something that you really should not do, because the Aizen saga, if you will, like that's where they stopped. Yeah, like that's where the manga stopped. But then like they had to just keep throwing in filler while the manga caught up.
Yeah.
And it's like you can't do that. Like you have to have your base material.
That happens a lot.
They did the same thing until
But-
when they remade it as Brotherhood.
Yeah, but they pulled it off better because
Yeah.
they just kind of kept the story going.
See, and
I've had issues getting into anime shows as I've gotten older, but oddly enough, I can watch the anime movies still without a problem.
Okay, that I can definitely relate to, because for a very long time, I refused, like just flat out refused to watch a series.
Well, and in that instance too, the Bleach movies were pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh
But
yeah,
it's
the
because
one where he
it's like,
turns
hey,
gold.
you gotta wrap that shit up in 2 hours.
See, okay, that was my reasoning though, was because I didn't want to get invested into a series and it not be done. Like if it wasn't a series that I could watch from start to finish, wouldn't even give it a chance. It just wasn't gonna happen. But with a movie, there's a start, there's a finish, done. I can watch it in a couple of hours, and that's it. You know, it wasn't until
Now I gotta sit
Oh.
you down and have you
What
watch
was
Yu
it?
Yu Hakusho.
ooh,
I
that
think
was
you would
so
love
good.
that anime.
Which one?
Yu Yu Hakusho.
I don't know what that is.
haven't
it's-
you watched it before?
It's
Nope,
it's
Not
it's,
with you.
it's an older one, but it's so
See,
good.
but animes they make nowadays, they don't spike your interest as they did back then.
That's why
They-
Yu Yu Hakusho is one of the ones I want to show
Yeah,
you because
they
you'll like it.
they do, but
It's not okay.
there's so many different genres of anime.
And did you guys ever watch Fruits Basket?
Yep.
Yes,
Okay, so they're redoing the whole series.
yes, it's on
Funimation.
It's also on Hulu.
So, I tried to get into it a long time ago, and I couldn't do it because it's not fighting. It's no action.
Yeah.
It's got nothing like that. It's just drama. But
Actually, I think it's classified as a drama.
it's
anime.
classified as a drama anime. There is no fighting. There is no action. There's the Zodiac kids that if they're touched by someone of the opposite sex, they turn into the Zodiac animal.
But the reason I saw it, because I think I only watched like 3 episodes until they explained that, and like I stopped watching it altogether, completely stopped it, because it is a much less funny adaptation and ripoff of Ranma 1/2.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Pitch Perfect 3.
No.
What's up?
Kind of like Pitch Perfect
I don't know. I do not know.
3. She knows.
Which only all.
So-
all
Yes,
of
I
them guess
know,
on this
but
one.
no, none of that. Anyways,
No.
None of that. Shame on you.
Not even any type of ripoff.
So how do you feel about
I
Will
mean, yes, the riff-offs were okay. The
It was
riff-offs,
better.
they sucked in the third one.
So both sucked at
But
the same
they're-
time.
What do you at?
What?
So both sucked at the same time.
No, the first one, like always, the first fe, it was great. The second one, it was okay. The third one, when they were in the airport, sucked. And then, like all of them, the very last show,
So like all of them, Cosmos took over everything.
pretty much.
Okay.
But
you were gonna say?
John.
Yes.
Nah, I'm just kidding.
But-
No, I honestly, I'm really fucked up. My
Quick, someone pad the door.
my boss,
No shit.
my boss gave me the Cosmos series by Carl Sagan in a book, and from what I read from the introduction to the first passage, which is the first chapter of the book, you're supposed to read the first passage before you watch.
Why does it sound like
any
you're doing
type.
a Bible?
Okay, real quick.
Before you watch any type of the book, you're supposed to read the first passages of the book that is provided. However,
Why are you drunk?
however,
Man,
you're
sure.
not reading the first passage because John is giving the introduction.
John 3:16.
Oh no. Now the 3 question marks definitely go with this.
Yeah.
Uh,
Real quick.
So-
One, you're literally spitting all over the place. Secondly,
That's the second part.
that's the second
Third
time
part.
you've gone through that whole spiel.
Third part,
And
I've gone through
third,
this whole
she
spiel.
actually has input on something, so
Fourth.
let's let her actually
Fourth,
talk.
she's got input. Ash has
this
got
was
input.
something completely different from like 5 minutes ago, and then y'all just completely
Oh, yeah.
threw me off topic.
Oh,
so
yeah.
now,
Now,
That's what Christianity does.
Welcome to
Fuck!
the
Why does everybody understand that?
he's
No,
gonna walk
I
right
was-
into the door, not
Right.
even the right door, he's gonna
For
walk out
real.
that door.
Right.
No,
You fucking nailed that.
have you actually seen the anime How to Be an Adventurer? I know you've heard us talk
I've
about
heard
it.
of Adventure
but-
Time.
Adventure
God,
time, Jesus
no.
Christ.
What
If
are
you-
you, 3?
When you get out of
That show
school,
sucked.
and if you
Adventure Time's pretty good, by the
and
way.
if you don't have work, and you have like an extra 2 hours to spare, go on YouTube and type in "How to Be an Adventurer Abridged" the movie, and it's like a 2-hour-long movie, but it's the whole season.
It's
If you aren't
so-
catching me, you should be
it's so
copying
funny.
Adventure Time as a what?
How to be
How-
an adventurer.
Adventure Time, How to Be Adventurer. You should be looking that up.
It's a good movie. This would be a perfect time for him to watch it because it would be completely
I
hilarious
am
to him.
always down to watch that. It is.
Don't be such a
John,
bitch
you're
missile.
yeah, like I'm saying, like you watch everything. What do you mean? You're
Brandon.
always down.
Hey, Brandon.
That has been one of my fucking things every time
Bitch
something
missile.
happens now. And I haven't even watched the fucking show.
Hey, Brandon.
All I hear is you guys say it all the fucking time.
Adventurer,
and I'm
right?
like,
How to
this
be an
fucking
adventurer.
bitch missile.
How
Yeah.
to be
And considering, I work
An
with a lot of them.
adventurer.
That's true.
Brandon. Brandon.
Wait, oh.
Brandon.
How
Brandon.
to be an
Okay.
ad.
I don't even know
And
where this
then-
came from. It was just
How do you
attached.
spell adventurer?
Oh, geez, give me your phone.
Hey, Brandon. Give me the butt.
Give me that butt.
Now.
I
You-
feel like
you
my
mean-
bosses,
Your botches?
Go watch
my bosses look me up because they ask me about my podcast every Tuesday and every Thursday. I'm like, dude, I wasn't able to make it Thursday episode, but it was lit as shit.
Did he say his boxes?
Yes.
Yeah.
God.
I think he meant his bosses.
And also thirsty.
Yes.
Damn, do you need a glass of water? Because you are
Possibly.
fucking thirsty.
But anyways, man, fuck the Chiefs.
Can you read my message? How to be an adventurer set?
Look, just
Just pull it up for him.
yeah.
Save it to his playlist.
Oh, you spelled that all kinds of wrong. Oh my god.
He spelled it. Oh my god! Please show that to the camera so
Wait,
Vinny can
I
see
wanna
how he
see.
spelled it.
Yes.
E-time, how to be an ad.
No, just copy
Adventure-
it. Copy it. Put it in the chat. Copy it. Put it in the chat. Isn't he on the chat?
Yeah, I am. That's on
Yeah,
the chat.
yeah, no.
You're
no.
just gonna take a picture
Yeah.
of it.
No, just paste it and tweet it.
Paste it in space.
So that when my only
I
fans
totally just hit the wrong button.
follow
You tried to
me,
screenshot your.
Yeah.
they can look me up for realsies.
For what? Grammar lessons?
No,
Because Vinny will teach you grammar.
for realsies.
Alright, so
Vinny, we're gonna put this in the Discord for you, and
I'm sorry.
I still think you're his favorite target, though.
that's okay.
Possibly. Remember your.
that's my phone, homeboy.
Oh.
Calm your
Oh.
tits.
Oh.
I lost my phone, but I found my drink. We're okay.
I'm grabbing for something.
Oh. That's not.
That's all good.
Oh.
Damn, poor Hayden. He's been sitting there waiting for us to get on Twitch. I told him we were streaming. He's been sitting on the Twitch page waiting.
Oh my god.
This is
Well,
why
once-
you.
once
so
we,
you-
This is
once
why
we
you're
figure out how to
specific.
do that, we can. do it on both platforms,
No.
right?
When he puts updates that we're going live, he just says we're going live. He doesn't say we're going live on YouTube.
I do.
I don't need to
You
do
do.
that
He
anymore. I've done
doesn't.
it for the last 6 streams. If you have,
This
or
is why
5
you've
streams now.
gone last week's streams.
This is the 5th one.
Not like I wasn't
The
dying.
positivity that we
BT.
have gone today.
Huh?
What?
Mm-hmm.
Not like I wasn't doing.
very
things.
much. What? I don't know what
Yeah.
BTM is.
Doing VTM?
That sounds like a very kinky thing.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
There's BDSM
That's
and
that
there's
new thing.
Oh my
BTM.
god! So the
Why do I
VTM,
feel like
high
that's
school
Hayden,
kids
though?
enjoy it, but it's not what you think it is.
BTS is another band. But yeah, BTM is another band.
what was it? What was it? Yesterday or the day before? I had
day
shown
before.
them to
Alright.
the worst.
Nope, not bleeding out of my nose yet.
The worst singer, like a kid, but he was the worst singer ever.
Okay, so she comes in, she was like, I have the funniest video that you need to see. And I was like, okay.
With about
And
the
like,
coronavirus.
no.
The
No.
coronavirus?
But
Coronavirus.
Big Mike came in and was like, he's not going to laugh. He doesn't find this kind of stuff funny. And she was like, no. He makes me watch stupid videos, so he's going to watch this. So she puts it on
Okay.
and leaves. And it's this British kid who looks like somebody slapped him right here with a bush of what the fuck. After
Right?
falling down the ugly tree and hitting every
Can we-
branch on the way
Can we bring
down.
this up?
She would have
He
to.
was
And then
fucking
he starts
Brenda's whatever
he
the
starts
fuck.
singing this song, and
And-
not only is he so far off pitch,
It was Rihanna's
Yes.
song S&M.
bring up the video.
And let me tell you, when I tell you that this kid cannot sing,
She gonna tell you.
you're gonna laugh your ass off and be like, what the fuck is that?
Following me at every stream.
By the way, they said Vampire the Masquerade.
Oh, okay, cool.
Whatever BT. I guess it's for
Hashtag.
BT.
I liked the books, didn't care much
This
for the
is,
game.
is this allowed?
John,
Yo,
you didn't care for the game.
I
Is
didn't.
what allowed?
Is
You're
what
gonna care
allowed?
for the game.
Okay.
Vampire the Masquerade. It's like D&D, but everybody's a vampire.
Oh, we actually made progress on my D&D there.
Yes.
That's what I said.
Yes.
We took a whole 10 minutes.
Yes. And then he did the rest.
But I feel
Oh,
like,
did he?
He did.
Oh,
Okay.
nice.
I feel like he's gonna just
Hang on.
When can we do that?
Whenever.
What are we doing?
The
D&D.
D&D?
D&D? Whenever.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause I need to learn how to play that.
Yeah, we're all of a sudden,
It looks like that kid from Stranger Things.
looks like the kid from,
Okay, that facial expression.
looks like
Same.
the kid from fucking, don't fucking me up.
Bloodlines is also a good PC game as long as
Not
you get the
Adventure
unofficial
Time.
patch.
This is not Adventure Time.
I don't think we've seen that one yet.
Fucking,
I haven't seen that one yet.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Just wait. It gets
It gets better.
better.
It's
Because
not from
it-
Adventure Time.
Because at one point he here we go. He
Yeah.
stands up and he starts dancing, I think.
Yep.
And then like he starts swinging a necklace around and he's like, "Let's mess this place up."
Like, Game of Thrones.
You need to take the link and put it on the chat.
You can do that, by the way.
That's not whatever it is.
Just hit share, and then copy link, and then go to the chat again. So, anyone want to try to pronounce what that name
What?
is?
Korean.
What?
What that name is?
Korean.
Half-Life 2?
Ooh. Half-Life 2 was good.
Lil Vita.
What word are you talking about?
Vita.
Little Vita Yiva.
Oh,
Yeah.
Bloodlines is also a good PC.
Vita Yeva.
Why do I feel like
Vita
I've
Yeva.
is it Yeva?
Vita Yeva.
It's Hayden. That's all I need to know. It's Hayden. He's using his sister's YouTube account.
Wow.
Why do I feel like I've seen that title before?
So
Vita
Hayden,
Yeva.
when I said that earlier, how did you not know what a Godfather is? By the way,
I feel like
you're missing a ton of context. Anyway, I asked him. Basically, I was inquiring about who to do as the Godfather for the kid, and he doesn't know what a Godfather is.
I would. Oh my god.
Vita Yeva.
I would have to go full tilt on something like that. Like the suit, the accent, the fucking ugly ass little mustache, the rings.
Okay, so, who are you asking this question to?
Hayden, or little Vidi whatever.
Is he,
Vita Yeva.
like, Mexican in any way?
No. He's Russian.
Well, okay, so there might just be a different name for it, because, like, with Mexicans, it's Padrino instead of Godfather.
Makes
Like,
sense.
we don't call them Godfather.
But anyway, yeah, that.
That's right.
So
because
what is it in
that's,
Russian?
That's the Italians.
Huh?
I have
What is it in Russian?
You don't know.
Well, I'm sure he does.
Neighbor answered.
Let's see. I really need to find out what this Bloodlines is because I feel like I've seen it before.
What are we sitting at?
I do not know. I have not seen that. PS4 and Xbox One. Interesting. So I guess it's. Oh, okay. I have seen Bloodlines.
You have to understand, I've had no fucking family connections. Oh, okay. Why couldn't you just put that in the chat? I don't understand that. But okay, anyway, moving on.
Okay, yeah. Yes.
Did anyone have a chance to watch that
Is
video?
my
Or
chat behind you?
not start bleeding?
For some reason.
wait,
No,
what happened to the
there you go.
tablet?
It died. Because it was not plugged in.
Oh, and Hayden,
It
we
was.
are playing on Steam. I don't know why I keep calling it stream. We do have Steam. We're playing a bunch of games on
We're
there.
streaming.
Right now we're playing Guild Wars 2.
We're streaming on Steaming. Wait.
See, that sounds reverted.
But it was so
Doesn't it,
good.
Doesn't it?
Yeah, that sounds really good.
Pizza.
Fuck no. Some of those lemon pepper wings.
Still about these wings.
Dude, you got her hyped on these wings, and then
In my defense,
We couldn't find the plug. And then Rudy looked for his fryer.
found everything except the
And
blood.
yeah, couldn't find the plug.
You're gross.
Um,
You gotta understand.
no, I think he was saying gross to pizza.
Oh.
Which, by the way, Hayden, I'm back at Papa John's.
So real quick,
And enjoying
Bloodlines was amazing when the original came out. Apparently, there's a newer
fine.
adaptation on recent consoles
okay, you go.
and on Steam.
Just put it on, is it just-
I think it just clicked on. But
My nip.
as far as Guild Wars goes, we've been playing Guild Wars 2 because we've been on the hunt for good MMOs, and surprisingly, Guild Wars 2 is actually really, really fucking good.
There's a new one coming out.
Yeah, that's the one coming out on PS4 and Xbox One for Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines.
What's the storyline behind that?
Well, the whole Vampire the Masquerade, the original pen and paper game starts back in the Renaissance. And there's, I think, 12 or 13 vampire clans, and they're all at war with each other. Well, when you make a character, you have to pick one of those clans. And then they released the modern day Vampire the Masquerade.
We're talking about free
Which-
RPGs.
Yeah, which is
Not
set in
Warhammer.
modern times.
Warhammer
And
Age of Reckoning is
Bloodlines
not free.
is an expansion to that.
Okay.
So because Bloodlines was more like the offspring of, and how like the clans have gone from like traditional clans with like they each have their own laws and rules to pretty much just non-existent.
This guy gets it.
Did he just pass out?
Yes,
A couple
yes
minutes
he
ago.
did. Yeah.
Oh my god. Brandon!
Hi, welcome back.
Welcome back to Discount Gaming.
He had a nice little break. He's like, no,
Yep.
back to sleep.
Yep.
In
So
his defense, his hair looks really comfortable to sleep on.
it does.
It's a nice little pillow. Oh crap. Hi, welcome to Chili's.
So let's make some lemon pepper wings or what?
Sound really good. So does the honey barbecue.
So just make them all. We'll leave that in your hands.
Y'all are some assholes.
Hey, hey,
I'll make the sauces.
you're the one that said after the show, I'm just gonna get him in there and cook my damn self. You said that.
You did.
That's how you talk. That's how you
Yeah,
talk.
because you know how what you're gonna do and what you're gonna do.
Eat 'em.
His ass is gonna start recording. Your ass is gonna jump on that game. His ass is gonna go outside
What
and
games?
watch TV.
What game?
I don't know.
I
Y'all
wanna
have
play
free games. What?
Tetris.
I need to make that happen. Yeah.
Yeah,
but
we
And then yes, I'm
Oh
gonna
my
make
God.
like 50 wings, and then all
Have you
y'all are
seen
gonna be like,
Scenario,
whoop.
Mhm.
You remember this edition? And then she came back. Spot on. Spot on.
I'm so confused.
I think he's
Alright,
dead.
alright guys,
Anyone
so
want to check if he's alive?
oh he's breathing, he's good. Guys, I think that we're gonna go ahead and call it there.
Since one of our
apparently-
freaking cast
Nice.
members passed the hell
yeah,
out.
Yeah, so guys, thank y'all for joining us as always.
We stayed more serious this time till the end, actually.
Yeah.
We
Did
actually
we?
stayed real
We,
serious.
we,
through the
we
whole
did
thing.
actually because like we
when
had
did we go off
questions.
on this whole tangent, though?
I think it started with Madden. Yeah, with
Yeah.
Madden.
And then we just
And it
kind
just spiraled wildly out of control.
You know, like when that fighter jet gets its wing shot off and just goes over
Yeah.
this.
Everybody remember that game we're playing, though?
Fuck you.
Like,
I'm not gonna lie, I like legitimately forgot for a second, and then it was like,
I was about to say D&D, but you know.
but thank you guys
Welcome to
so
Chili's.
much. Y'all are the reason that we do this. We're not in it to get rich. We're not in it to.
We do it for ourselves a lot too.
Yeah. Well, yeah, absolutely.
Well, it's just a few hours for us to sit here, bullshit,
yeah,
laugh,
but
do stupid
Pass
shit.
out drunk.
Obviously.
But
Watch,
you guys,
he's gonna walk into a door.
right? You guys really are the ones that like help, help keep us motivated. Yes, we do this for our own entertainment, our own enjoyment. This is kind of our sure.
Moist.
This is our vice. We do this twice a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays. This is just kind of our cut loose and just be us. We don't have to deal with everything else. But having you guys interact with us just makes it even more fun. So, again, thank you.
We thoroughly enjoy it.
You're going to have to send me that.
You're gonna
But
have to
guys,
send me
as
that
always,
so I can post it on the
take care of
Discord
each
page.
other. Love each other. Help each other. Be good humans. You fucking tried it again, you son of a bitch.
Dude, that last one was so
Yeah.
perfect. I watched you ripping that audio. We sat here
Okay,
laughing.
so whenever I was editing the audio, when he said it the same time I did, it sounds so eerie.
Ash, come on.
No. Oh,
You're the
God.
face of the company. I probably missed all of it.
Probably.
I'm
No,
gonna touch you
completely-
back.
Oh, what the hell? My
No!
mouse wasn't on.
What the fuck?
Hayden literally just said, I'm gonna touch you.
I'm not even gonna
Give
say
me that butt.
Oh God, no! Give me that butt.
Give me that butt. Okay, hey, you
Yes.
have to watch
Yes.
the anime, the abridged called How to Be an Adventure.
Yes.
It is hilarious.
Yes.
And don't come at me like a bitch missile, okay?
Yeah. But again, guys, thank you so much.
We love you.
Yes, we love you all. And thank you guys for your support. I'm in Business 01. You can hit me up on YouTube, Twitter, not so much the Twitch account anymore. Facebook, you can hit me up on
Discord.
Thank you. I completely forgot the name of that.
Mortimer Smith.
Hi, I'm Brad.
Blue, no doubt me. Find me on Instagram and Twitter.
Chaotic Bash, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube.
I'm Macaulay. Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, and also the new Discount Gaming page is Discount Gaming 1.
And look forward to those pictures.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
not to
yeah.
mention, we are now doing a series called Couch Play.
Yes. If there is a game out there, whether it be a demo or free to play, hit us up with it. On any of our social medias, on the Facebook page, whatever, and we will actually sit down and play it on camera.
Isaiah said,
Probably-
wake him up.
Yeah,
What?
that's not gonna happen.
Isaiah said, wake him up, dude.
Yeah, I tried.
He's talking specifically to you.
But guys, thank you, and
Yeah.
we'll see you Thursday.
And Hayden, give us a list of games on your account that you want us to play, because I can always transfer. He has a bunch of games that he buys that I can play from my
Razor
PlayStation.
and Vinny, thanks for joining us once again.
We love you guys.